Mat side view here from inside Huff Hall as we move ahead to 184 pounds. Good luck there at the wrestler from Illinois, Tony Dallago, and it'll be Ethen Lofthouse tonight for the Hawkeyes. Dallago 16-8, the junior. Lofthouse also a junior, 12-4. And it is quickly Lofthouse in on that head inside single.
And Dallago's trying to go for the big move. He's got an opportunity to go ahead and scramble. If he can put a little weight on his right ankle there, he'll battle. Referee probably will not call stale, but the guy who gets his head up, all right, you notice how Dallago's head is a little bit lower. He loses a scramble, but both those guys kind of got to a safety position and froze. That nice lead shot there by Lofthouse, and I think that's what the coach has been wanting from him, from Ethen Lofthouse, to get on his offense. You know, he's going to battle with Gambrell, the other 184-pounder, who's an All-American at that weight class a couple years back. Yeah, Lofthouse up from 174 pounds.
Coach Brands was asked, because it was Gambrell who got the start last week against Penn State, what the status was going to be, and he said it wasn't really going to be a wrestle-off situation. It was going to be a coach's decision, kind of based on the week of practice leading up to the dual meets, who gets the call. So last week it's Gambrell. This week it appears to be Lofthouse, as he's in there at 184 pounds, taking on the 20th ranked Dallago.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, there's three ways that can happen. Sometimes you just evaluate what happens in competition. Sometimes it's, you know, you know, the head-to-head matchup between the two athletes, and other times it's just what the coach's instinct and feel is about, you know, the preparation that the athletes are going through, and a feel for who might be able to go ahead and represent the program better. It's up to the coach to be able to go ahead and make those decisions. It happens in every sport. In wrestling, we kind of think automatically it's going to be the, you know, the wrestle-off situations, but I've seen way too many times where sometimes the imprinting happens early, but the younger athlete might be able to go ahead and represent better. And I'm not saying that that's the case with this, but I'm just saying it happens out there in the sport where coaches make that decision. And Lofthouse in the shot. This looks like a little bit better finish position for him. If he can step over that leg, he'll get two.
And the official signals it there.
And now Dallago in a tough position there, not being able to go ahead and get the reversal. So kind of worsens his ability to go ahead and get out from underneath. Went from the big move underneath, didn't get it. Now he's in a bad way with elbows out, wrist in, wrist getting tied up.
Action here, action. Come on, guys.
Legs free, Dallago's got to go. Try to get some back pressure.
Dallago, just a junior, a two-time NCAA qualifier, misplacing by a round a season ago. And one of these, they always talk about the toss-up matchups. None
Let's go to the middle, guys.
more evident than right here, 14 versus 20. Let's take a look at that one again.
Nice little single leg shot right here, and he gets his shoelaces up, and what he did there was a little bit better reaction to that kind of drop back in his leg. Notice how he kind of got his own leg back or lowered his hip level there. That was well done. And too many times we see guys will pick up a leg and they'll allow the opponent to dive back in on their legs, and you've got to treat it just like you're being shot on, you know, out there in space. You've got to go ahead and sprawl, and nice job by Dallago getting the escape.
10 seconds before the period expires. Nice job there by Dallago. Changed a little bit of the complexion of this match heading into the second period. It'll be a 2-1 Lofthouse lead here at 184 pounds.
Yeah, that was a good answer by Dallago. He's got you can tell he likes to scramble. Ethen Lofthouse is not going to give you many scramble situations. And you can tell he's on to that, dropping your legs and dropping it out the ankles after he's been shot on, or he gets the leg. Not a very good explanation, but he's wise to the scramble situations here, more so than most athletes.
First caution there on Lofthouse on top. Get a couple of those before any points are awarded.
Yeah, it's important here. 51 seconds of riding time. Nice little shoulder roll. Good job of following here by Lofthouse. He just let go of everything and then waited for him to collect himself and pursued him at that point.
And for the moment, Lofthouse now with riding time.
Oh, that was probably a worse shoulder roll, and Lofthouse wasn't able to follow that one.
So we are tied at 2, but a thin minute 7 of riding time right now for Lofthouse.
Yeah, plenty of time. Oh, nice little single leg attempt there. Notice how he brought the hands down, set him really well, and Lofthouse basically could have vectored off, just went straight off the mat. You can't do that. You got to circle. See if he comes, Dallago from Illinois comes back to that shot. That was well done.
You want to impress your friends at your next, wow, here's a shot.
Nice little counter shot there by Lofthouse. He's good at finishing these techniques. Now that time he allowed the leg to get the leg, and it's probably going to end up being a stalemate position.
Ref really letting him go on this one.
Yeah. Well, now's an advantage there. Well, he's got elbow deep around that legs, and they're going to call it potentially dangerous, but that was a missed opportunity for Lofthouse. We'll see if it affects him.
I'm going to say before the scramble, you want to impress your friends with some wrestling trivia. Fastest pin in the history of the Big Ten tournament is by?
Ethen Lofthouse.
Tony Dallago,
Okay.
a season ago. 23 seconds at the 2012 Big Ten tournament. So there you go.
Stump
Give
me
everyone
there,
up.
Joe.
I had to cheat. I looked it up
I
before we
feel
went on the air
stumped.
tonight.
Ear-to-ear action. Nice little low shot right there. Now this is a better opportunity. See how he keeps his hips low? That could be, yeah, that's considered two. Now he's getting back points. Nice job of Lofthouse following through. Now he gets
Dallago,
reversal.
he will. But there was a 2 count, so you'll take that trade out if you're Lofthouse.
4 for 2. I think that was well called by Pat Fitzgerald. I think that was clearly a takedown. Here's the shot. He's able to go ahead and see, he doesn't allow him to come back. See how low his hips are right there? Okay, if you're bent over at the back, okay, here's where the back points are. Clearly back points. And then Dallago's fortunate to get the reversal. But you can't roll through on a guy when a guy drops his hips like that.
So 6-4 is the correct score. Riding time still in Lofthouse advantage. If you're Dallago, you got to hang on here for a few more seconds and wipe that off the board. And he has done that.
Yeah, so that's mission accomplished there at that point. But
you
now
don't
you
want to
don't
go
want to give
1
up a
for 2,
reversal. Yeah. So this is they'll give up back points.
And there is a 2-point reversal for Lofthouse.
Yeah, riding time is the least of Tony Dallago's problems right now. He's got to find a way to get an escape or reversal or back points, big move situation now.
1:15 to go in this one, a match that Ethen Lofthouse is on the verge of breaking open here. This would really put the dual meet out of reach if Iowa and Lofthouse hang on to the victory here at 184.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is collect yourself, give yourself an opportunity to go ahead and get an escape. We've seen where he's been able to do that with the nice little shoulder rolls. That's how he was able to get out from underneath last time. You know he's capable of getting reversals, but just making things too hard on himself by not holding position, with keeping the left wrist underneath you.
Impressive performance here by Ethen Lofthouse, kind of the co-starter alongside Gambrell here at 184 pounds. Tonight, it's Lofthouse gets the call, and he's thus far performed. Riding time secured now for Lofthouse. It'll be 9-5 regardless of what happens from this point out. Lofthouse has 9 points in the bag.
Yeah, he's got to look for something big, some sort of move to the back. From the feet to the back. You gotta, what's your, you know, we're 5 weeks away from tournament time. Actually 4 weeks away from the Big Ten Conference tournament. You got to have these type of things in your mind. What's my go-to? What's my ace in the hole right now where I got to take a guy from his feet to his back? What am I going to do?
Time's going to run out. It'll be a 9. Well, we're going to give a second back. So 1 second remaining.
So the clock did not start in the match.
Oh,
Yep,
now the official's
in the
going to
match.
say, yep, that's it. So it is a 9-5 victory for Ethen Lofthouse. And a battle here to be sure at 184 pounds, but it does go the way of the Hawkeye wrestler.